top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time most of the time, but sometimes we're live here at 5:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I apologize for the late start, guys. The goats got out of the pen. I don't know what happened. There was a hole in the fence, and I had to chase them around and get them back in the pen, but we got them all locked up. Mrs. Candles is getting the last of them in there. But what is going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in to today's live stream. And before we get started, guys, I do just want to say, don't forget, as we did yesterday, today, all live stream revenue will be going to our mods. So if you want to drop our mods some appreciation, drop a super chat. That money will go towards them. And me and Tony D decided that YouTube takes about 30% of all super chats. So mods, we're just going to cover that so you guys don't lose that 30%. We'll just cover whatever that 30% is. Me and Tony will add that, and then so you guys don't get ripped off by YouTube. So with all that being said, smash that like button. Maybe send a super chat for the mods if you'd like. And don't forget, guys, we are giving away 0.02 Bitcoin tonight. And if you guys want to get in to join in on that giveaway, go to the free Discord, go to the giveaway section, and then just click that participate button. You will see it, and I'll show you guys here in just a minute. But with all that being said, we are late, guys, so I am just going to go ahead and jump right on into the charts. I will come back to these super chats in just a second. By the way, guys, I just want to thank you for all the love you guys showed the mods yesterday. I think that was the most amount of super chats we have ever had on a live stream. So shout out to the Mafia supporting the mods of this community. Absolutely unbelievable. I know they are endlessly grateful. So shout out to the Mafia for supporting them. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. So here we are, guys. And what are we expecting? This is Ethereum. That's not what we want to look at. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Ethereum in just a second. Bitcoin coming in at $62,940. The question is, guys, are we going to get a bigger move down here? Now, I will say not much has really changed since yesterday's live stream, as not much has really changed, right? We've kind of just sitting around here. We're back within our larger volume profile. And let me actually pull up our other chart. Boom. And then let's go 8-hour blood diamond on Solana wound up pulling us back just a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. Now, as you guys know, I am kind of just sitting on my hands right now. I am holding some longs from much lower prices, around $40,000. However, for the most part, I haven't really entered any new trades yesterday or today, as I am waiting for more key levels to get hit. Again, guys, this is probably going to be pretty quick Bitcoin analysis, and then we're going to jump into the altcoins, and we do have the giveaways to do tonight as well. And we're actually doing a mod hangout. We're going to spend some time and hang out with the mods right after the stream, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, but just because it's Friday, there's not really much going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to give you guys kind of a breakdown of what I'm looking at, which is not really that different than yesterday. We'll take a look at some of the alts. We'll give away a bunch of free Bitcoin, sponsored by Golden, and we'll also give away some Cardano, sponsored by Frankie Candles, and we'll hop on out of here because we're going to have to meet up with the mods and hang out. But as we take a look here, guys, simply put, I am basically waiting to come up to one key level, which is that golden pocket weekly level sitting here at about $69,100, right? $69,106 to be specific. And then for support, I am waiting to come down even lower to the bottom of our volume profile, right? Because right now we are below our value area high, and we are now losing that daily, which is not the point of control, but we are losing that daily, which makes the next likely place for price to go based off that volume profile theory, the POC, and then the value area low, which obviously is where we're looking for some support. And that is going to be where I will be looking for some long positions. And then obviously shorts at that weekly golden pocket. Now, there were some things that we've been looking at on the charts here, guys, and it really is funny because you see the emotion starting to come out, right? Yesterday, not yesterday, but a few days ago, we were expecting a bigger move down. We did wind up getting it. But then we wound up actually front-running the target I was looking for, and we got to bounce off this POC. And then everybody was calling for $1 million, like, oh my God, we didn't come down. What's going on? And now we're right back down, right? And this is why I am waiting for more key levels to get hit, right? That's why, sure, you could have gotten a nice little scalp long off this POC. I did not take this trade, but it would have been a beautiful, beautiful move. But for me, I am looking for that move to come take these highs. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that until we wind up coming and taking down the lows first. And again, it's an if this then that statement. Like I said, I am pretty neutral as far as where I think we're going next. So again, I'm simply just looking at the if this then that's and waiting for price to hit key levels to analyze what is going on within those actual prices. So we come down here, I will be looking for those long positions, and simply put, you look for the longs when you get down below that value area low in anticipation of flipping that value area low back to support and then coming back up to the high of your range, and maybe, just maybe, coming up and taking that all-time high, because as we looked at on the live stream yesterday, we do know we have a lot of liquidity sitting between about $74,000 and $75,000. So that's going to be kind of the next target I'm looking at. But again, just waiting for one of these key levels to get hit. If we come up here and I do not get short confirmations and we flip this to support, simply put, I am going to be looking for higher prices. We can get some resistance on this 786 value area high confluence that we have. Let me go ahead and pull this full range. And let me pull this back over here. Actually, I guess this moved a bit. But this is kind of that previous range that we were looking at with our value area high coming in perfect confluence with that 786. So you could look for resistance here, but to be quite honest with you guys, once we flip that weekly, I do think it's probably going to be a bit more likely to actually get a break of the highs, which doesn't mean, that you can't look for shorts using your typical value area strategies, because as we don't look for the short right at the value area high, but what we like to see is a deviation above the level, and then we look for those short confirmations as we deviate to then look for a move back into the range and back down to the low. But once we flip that weekly, I do think it's good. Like at that point, we're going to be so close to this liquidity. I think it is going to be very likely that even if we do wind up rejecting this level, that we will come up and sweep that liquidity first. But we're kind of far away from that, right? Like I'm going to be assessing that situation. My plan will change based off of what price looks like when we get up there, if we get up there. So again, right, like the key levels here to watch for me, 60,111, and then this wick down here at $59,088. This is where we're looking for the longs, shorts here, and then, again, get over that weekly, we're looking for higher highs. Now, some of the things we were looking at yesterday that were making me anticipate the continuation of this downtrend is simply put, guys, money flow, right? Now, we are still open to the idea that money flow could fake out here, but just in general, when we take a look binarily, right? Money flow is coming out on a lot of these time frames. 6-hour money flow about to cross over here, or it is crossing over into the red as we speak with that blood diamond confirmation. So this could potentially, once this crosses over into the red, this is like just looking at the chart. Whether we fake out or not is something that is hard to predict. But just looking at Market Cypher, just looking at the chart, we are sustaining this. We are sustaining the downtrend with lower highs, as well as getting the money flow crossover into the red on the 6-hour, as well as many, many, many other time frames. So, again, I do think, based off the money flow, again, right? Like, I'm not surprised that this didn't come up and, take the all-time high. Money flow is pointing in the opposite direction. That is why I was comfortable not taking this long, because I knew that it was likely not just going to yeet us up to higher prices, but granted, we knew it was going to be a much more likely scenario to get a lackluster bounce, put in that lower high, and then continue to the downside. Why? Based off the money flow. Money flow indicates the longer-term trend. And this is worth going over. Again, I almost talk about this every single day. But anybody new out there, this is going to help them immensely, especially if you're using Market Cypher. Money flow indicates the longer-term trend, right? So when you have money flow trending down, you are anticipating the start of a downtrend. So the money flow coming down indicates this. The red and the green dots indicate the ebbs and the flows, or the noise in the market, as I like to call it, right? So red dot, and I don't know if this is going to perfectly line up, but I'm just saying a red dot would be something like this. Green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, right? Now, money flow indicates the overall trend. So because the money flow was coming out not only on the 6-hour, but we knew it was coming out on the 4-hour, and that is why we were anticipating any green dots we got to be a lackluster bounce to come up, put a lower high in, continue the move to the downside. Oh, but we're getting a green dot on the 4-hour. We're going to pump. But what is money flow doing? It is trending down. So it doesn't mean that you can't come up, but you just anticipate those moves up to be a lackluster bounce before putting in a lower high and continuing the downtrend. Wait, but now we got 2 double green dots. Oh, God, we're going to come back up. But what's money flow doing? Money flow is coming down, so much more likely to be a lackluster bounce to put in a lower high and then continue the trend to the downside. Now, I don't know if we're going to put in a higher low here and get a bigger bounce to the upside. That is obviously possible, but based off money flow alone, it would be more likely, in my opinion, to get a move to the downside. But that doesn't mean it's 100%. TA only has, it would depend on the strategy you're using, but TA does not have a 100% hit rate. Sometimes you're going to see an indicator or some kind of analysis pointing in a certain direction, and sometimes you're just going to see price go the opposite way. So understanding that, more often than not, if you're doing the TA correctly, your plan will wind up playing out more often than it won't. So because of that, money flow made us anticipate the downtrend to continue, and here we are back within our range. So as of right now, guys, as long as we remain below this value area high, I am going to be looking down towards the POC value area low. If we do come back one more time, back above this level, right, not only will we be flipping this value area high to support, we'd also potentially be getting accepted back into the upper range, where I would be very careful around the golden pocket weekly. And then once we flip that, we just look to the upside. And simply put, guys, what is going on here? I'm not even clicking. What is going on? I'm locked here. I'm locked. TradingView has been wonked out lately. I do not know what is wrong with TradingView. But anyway, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin, guys. I don't want to really, beat the dead horse here. You guys know I love animals. And not much has changed since yesterday. We're just kind of seeing everything play out as we would think, right? Money flow comes out, and we get another move to the downside. But again, we're prepared in either direction. So let me go ahead and shout out to the Mafia, guys. I'm sorry I jumped right into the charts there. Best mods in the biz. Shout out to B-Rad Crypto, dropping some appreciation for our mods. Shout out to you. And one more time, guys, if you're just tuning in, all of our Super Chat, not only Super Chat, but any revenue built on this live stream through Super Chats or gifted memberships is all going to be going to the mods, as we did the same thing yesterday. We got 1.4K in revenue on last night's live stream, and we're giving it straight to the mods. So yeah, drop those Super Chats if they've ever helped you out at all. Yo, shout out to Creighton C. Let's go. Drop in $100 on the Mafia mods. Let's go. Said love for the mod fam. Yo, Creighton C, you're a boss, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. And then shout out to Fabio Mariano. Shout out to you. Said goated community. Thanks for all the value. Shout out to you, brother. We appreciate the super chat. I know the mods do as well. Shout out to K Diggity. Said this one's for the mods and a treat for the goat. Frankie, you're pretty all right as well. Shout out to K Diggity. I appreciate you, brother. And we do have the most goated mods out there. Sometimes if you listen closely, guys, you will be able to hear Crypto Billy, who is an actual goat, in the background. Like sometimes in the live stream, you can hear him in the background. But anyway, shout out to K Diggity and shout out to Genesis. Said, man, you got to tell me, how did you find me on YouTube without... Wait, hang on. Genesis said, man, you got to tell me, how did you find me on YouTube without me following you? You're the second streamer that did this, and it's kind of scary. Shout out to Genesis. Wait, what do you mean? How did I find you on YouTube without me following you? I don't really know what that means, but shout out to Genesis. Thank you for sending the super chat. I appreciate you. Let me know in the chat. You don't have to send another super, but let me know exactly what you mean. I'm not sure if I fully understand, but shout out to you, man. And Tony D says he just ordered Target delivery, and he has Ovaltine in there. So shout out to Ovaltine. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the mods. Shout out some of the mods. Some of the altcoins. Shout out to John Vucci. Said, CandleMafia all day. Thank you, Frankie. And a lot of work. I am actually able to read the charts and make some profit. Just making what we just hashtag Majin. Shout out to John Vucci, my paisan. He says, what will we do with all the gains? Shout out to John Vucci. I don't know, bro. Maybe a giant CandleMafia party. Maybe we'll like rent out some giant venue, and then we'll have a giant mafia party. That'd be pretty dope. And shout out to Tony D says he means you popped up on his feed. Oh, okay. Shout out to Genesis. And shout out to Chemistry Bro said, found this on the floor. I think someone dropped it yesterday. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Let's go. Shout out to Chem Bro. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Tony T said, Chem Bro, stop. Get out of here, Chem Bro. Too funny, man. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue on. I'm going to take a look at Ethereum. If you guys want to see some of your favorite altcoins, drop them in the chat. Rob the Crypto Snob, speaking of mods, will count up the votes and let us know what we're looking at. Rob, let's do like 3 or 4 altcoins. We'll try to get through those really quickly, and then we'll go through and we'll do the 0.02 Bitcoin giveaway. If you're just tuning in and you don't know how to get into that giveaway, let me pull up my face cam here. I do not know what I have open on Discord right now. I don't want to leak any of the premium sauce here. But let me go ahead and pull up the giveaway here so I can show you guys how to get in. So you're going to want to come to the free Discord, go to Mafia Community, go to giveaways, and simply click on participate. This will be closing very, very, very soon. So I'm sorry you guys can't see this. Let me hide my face here. So yeah, just come on down to the free Discord, click on giveaways, and just click this participate button. That's all you need to do to get in, and we will be calling the winner very, very soon. And you have to be in live chat to win the giveaway. So there we go. But let's go ahead and continue on. I'm going to take a quick look at Ethereum. Let's see. Have the mods pick the alts? Sure. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. I mean, now that I think about it, Rob could basically just pick whatever coins he wants. Like, I don't check on what he picks, so he could just pick whatever alt he wants. But yeah, Rob, feel free to pick whatever ones you want. Shout out to V-Sun, says, thank you for the super chat. Well, he didn't say that, but I said thank you for the super chat. He said, mods can finally subscribe to Only Dutch. Shout out to V-Sun. I'm not going to ask questions about Only Dutch. And shout out to Edward Diamond Hands. Dude, didn't you super chat mad yesterday, bro? Super generous. Shout out to you, man. Said, Ken, bro, I saw it fall out of your pocket. Here you go. Yo, this community is insane, bro. You guys are hilarious. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Said 15 for the best mods and 1 for the peeps. Hashtag givers gain. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. From one farm animal to another. Ah! Shout out to you, brother. How you doing, Crypto Pollo? I miss you, brother. You got to come back down to the ATL so we can hang out again. But let's go ahead and continue on here. I'm going to start off with Ethereum here, guys. And let's go ahead and take a look. So for Ethereum, basically very similar to Bitcoin, right? Your 8-hour money flow is crossing over into the red. We got that 8-hour blood diamond. And as you guys know, we were looking at this high volume node yesterday on the live stream saying that if we do come back down, this is going to be likely the area that we're going to wind up getting a bounce off of. And if you're wondering what this is, it's a high volume node, meaning if you pull up the visible range volume profile, we have a spike in volume here, meaning there was a lot of interest at this price level, giving us this big spike on the profile, making it a strong level of support. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, came right back down to that level. And what do we know about these high volume nodes, guys? We know that they act as magnets for price. So you would anticipate, hey, if you lose this high volume node right here, you're probably going to get sucked down towards the next one, which is right here, which is why we were looking at it. And here we are, starting to get a little bit of a bounce off the level. Now, here's the thing with this money flow, guys. This money flow is definitely saying this is likely not over, right? And again, can we get a fake out on the money flow where we go into the red slightly and then right back into the green and we see another massive pump on Ethereum? For sure. But when we're just reading the technicals on the chart, this is factually a bearish looking 8-hour with the money flow coming out and locally crossing over into the red. Confirmed 8-hour blood diamond. If we continue down and we lose this high volume node, to be honest, I would really be interested in coming down to this weekly naked point of control coming in at 29.46, another level that we were looking at yesterday, right? Now, we're not always going to come down to the levels that we're looking at. We're not always going to nail the predictions exactly as we want. We're right more than we're wrong, but sometimes, nobody's right 100% of the time. But yesterday, we were looking at this as our key level, and based off the way the money flow looked, we anticipated a move down to it, and here we are. So maybe tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, we're going to be saying, hey, guys, remember we looked at that next level, that weekly naked point of control on Ethereum, and the money flow was pointing to the downside? Well, look what happened. We got the weekend dump, and now we're sitting at that weekly naked point of control. No guarantees, but, typically, if the TA plays out on the way, the way that it's being presented here, it wouldn't really be unlikely. So we are a bit far away from that 29.50 level, but again, if this trend does indeed, if this money flow does play out as we'd expect, that would be the next major level I'd look at. Now, obviously, you have these little spikes in volume here, here, and here, but for the most part, when you're looking at the more significant nodes, high volume node, pretty big gap, and then that's your next high volume node. So there you go. And this is why I love the VPVR. It's just it's so visual. I'm an extremely visual person. And it just makes sense to me, right? If price comes down, you're going to bounce on these little spikes, right? And then what happens when there's no spike underneath you? Whee! You're going to get that quick move down. And we always say this. If you can't use the visible range volume profile, just understand oftentimes quick moves up through an area on the chart will likely mean, once you lose that level again, that you could get a quick move to the downside. So, and then that's what kind of creates these low volume gaps. So that's what I'd be looking at on Ethereum. 8-hour money flow looks basically as bad as possible. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Sub, said VRVP, not VPVR. Shout out to Rob. I say VPVR, and Rob, I know I'm wrong, but just let me be wrong. It sounds better. VPVR. It's just like VPVR, not VRVP. I don't know. I think recently I've been saying VRVP, which is kind of weird. But shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Shout out to Boom Select. Said more BTC, please. Join the giveaway, and you may just wind up with 0.02 Bitcoin. And we may or may not, guys, have something very exciting coming down the pipes. But there you go. 8-hour money flow looks pretty bad, to be honest with you. The one thing you do have on your side here is the daily, right? For some reason, the daily VWAP is coming up towards that zero line. We're getting a local rejection, but look at your money flow. This is very interesting. As we're pushing down, we have the daily money flow just continuing to the upside. That's very, very interesting. And this is local too. So that is extremely interesting. And so I will say that the indicators are still giving somewhat of mixed signals. But I mean, let's be honest, guys, the money flow looked bearish. I mean, even the 10-hour, the 8-hour, we have blood diamonds confirmed, money flow coming out on a lot of these time frames. 16-hour red dot, or I'm sorry, 12-hour red dot and your 16-hour red dot are printing. You know what we do there, right? You see that 12-hour, that 16-hour red dot. You want to go down to the 45-minute and 1 hour to check that money flow. If that money flow is crossing into the red, oftentimes that creates the bigger move down. Now, I will say, don't really have that set up here as of right now. Money flow has been in the red here for quite some time. Let's see. We got that crossover right here. Let's go back to the 12-hour. Yeah, so not the perfect setup, but we did see the bigger drop down. Let's check that 1 hour money flow. This has been in the red for quite some time, so the setup really isn't there, like that 16-hour, 1 hour. If for anybody who doesn't know, when you have a 16-hour red dot and you're looking at Market Cipher B, you have a 16-hour red dot. If you go to the 1 hour and your 1 hour money flow is crossing into the red at the same time, oftentimes that will give you a much bigger move down, right? That's a signal that hey, we're probably going to dump here, right? And dump is, relative. But it's kind of set up, but not perfect, right? So I'm not going to put too much weight on that. So, yeah, I mean, overall, money flow is definitely bearish. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come down to the weekly naked. If we come back to the upside, I will say these levels did move slightly. So, if we do get another move to the downside, another move up, the next local level of resistance I would look at would be this golden pocket value area low coming between 37.59 and 36.82. So there you go. Generally feeling kind of bearish here in the medium term, right? Even if we get a big bounce, right? Like even if we go, oh my God, like it could still come back down. So we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, not in any real trades right now. The only trade I'm in right now is on Bitcoin, right? And I don't know if I actually have this trade marked out on the chart. Potentially, no. I got it somewhere. Yeah, let me, I just pulled out like all the trades. But yeah, the trade I am still in is the one entered down here at 39,998. It says 39,997, but it's really 8 just because I happen to know that. So I got a little bit of a higher entry there by $1. But yeah, this was once up about 84%, and that's without the leverage. Now currently we are, sitting right here. But this is the only long that I hold. Really sniped the bottom there. But other than that, I'm not in any like local trades or anything, so I am not really worried about the weekend, right? I'm just going to let price action develop, figure out what it wants to do, and then I will make my next move. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Shout out to Wade Dibbin. What is going on, bro? He said, Frankie, my paisano. Shout out to you, brother. Good to see you in here. Crypto, I'm just going to call you Crypto because I can't see the other half of your name. It says, he says, is it the same with green dots? Yes, absolutely. I assume you mean that higher time frame, lower time frame confluence. Yes, 100%. If you have a 16-hour green dot, right, and then you go down to your 1 hour, and you see money flow crossing into the green at the same time as that green down on the 16-hour printing, same exact deal. And just to kind of show you guys an example of this playing out in the when we were looking up here, right, another kind of pair of time frames I like to use this on is the 4-hour and the 15-minute, or also the 8-hour and the 30-minute. So I believe it was up here. Was it the 15? Let me see here. The 15-minute money flow crossover into the red with the 4-hour red dot printing, right? So let me zoom in here real quick just to show you guys how this kind of works. And let me pull up a clean chart so we don't get all confused. Let's come up to Bitcoin, bada boom, right? So we're looking at the 4-hour. Let's readjust things, right? So your 4-hour wound up printing, I believe it was right here, the red dot, right? So here's your red dot printing on Market Cipher B, bada boom. Then, and I'll go into bar replay mode so we could really just like relive this, right? So we're sitting here and we're saying, hey, not only is a red dot about to print on the 4-hour, but we also have a 4-hour bearish divergence printing here. And, let's get that red dot. So now the red dot's printing. Your money flow is also coming out. Nice confirmation for a move to the downside. So now I'm sitting here. I see this red dot. First thought in my head is 4-hour red dot. Let me go to the 15-minute. Go down to the 15-minute. Is money flow coming out? It is. We already faked out into the red, but right here we may put in a lower high. And I think this is what we were looking at. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see here, right? Even if you fake out into the red, pull it from the top, right, and then draw a trend line. Is this a lower high? Absolutely, right? So money flow is still generally trending to the downside. Let's see if that 4-hour red dot is still printing. It might have been the 8-hour 30-minute that we were looking at. But you'll see, even if it doesn't cross over at the exact same time, in this situation, I'd be looking at this crossover into the red to be the thing that starts the move. So let's move it forward. Let's see if it goes into the red, which we know it does right here. So this is what I would expect the start of that big move down to, or this is where I would expect that big move down to start. And you can see, bada boom, it plays out absolutely beautifully. So that is kind of a little teaser of how that strategy works. And I do believe maybe it potentially was the 8-hour. Yeah, so if we go look at the 8-hour here, red dot printing, this is, it was still kind of worked on the 4-hour 15-minute, but this is what we were looking at on the live stream, right? 8-hour red dot printing, right? Then you go down to the 30-minute, and then you anticipate that money flow crossover into the red. Let's go back in time here, right? So you're looking at the 8-hour. You could even kind of front run this a little bit and be like, okay, even if the 8-hour red dot is about to print, you could be like, hey, let me get eyes, right? Like if this VWAP is coming down, about to cross over and give you a red dot, go to the 30-minute. It might not be crossing into the red, but if it's trending down, that's how you could kind of get a jump on that actual setup. So I see the red dot printing. I go right down to the 30-minute, and what's the money flow doing? It's about to cross over into the red. In this particular situation, it's like literally about to cross over into the red. So again, this is where I would expect the bigger move down to be, and then bada boom. It's the same move I just showed you on the 8-hour and the 30-minute instead of the 4-hour 15-minute. So there you go. A little bit of free sauce here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. If you're using Market Cypher B, not a bad little tip there. I'm not going to lie. I used to trade just based off of this. I used to enter on the money flow crossovers. Now I have much more advanced strategies to actually enter into trades, but this is not, do not sleep on those setups, guys. These are super, super, super nice. They don't play out 100% of the time, obviously, but yeah, definitely keep an eye on those. Hashtag value. Shout out to Steven Atwell. Yeah, literally 1 minute and 1 second strat. Shout out to Hazard Shot. Potentially. I mean, we were talking about this in the premium Discord earlier today and during our premium live stream. Yeah, the 1 minute and the 15-minute actually does, in my experience, I've had pretty good experience with it, right? I've had that play out many times. So when I'm scalping, I will use that strategy as confluence. At this point in my trading, I use this strategy as more of a confirmation rather than like an entry or like a trading strategy. But, you know, if you're keeping it simple, in my opinion, like I used to trade based off this all the time, and I've hit some pretty nice trades off of it. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. I see these super chats coming in. Shout out to Crypto Chronic, said the Mafia mods are the best in all of the YouTubes. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. We got Kerry Stressel. What is going on? Long time no talk. Says we appreciate y'all from the Hotline Pepper family. Guys, go check out Hotline Pepper products. They've got some fire hot sauce. No pun intended. Shout out to Kerry Stressel. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Tony D. Says, I second at Kerry Stressel. Also, their hot sauce is so good. Facts. Absolute facts. They sent us over some free hot sauce and unpaid. Just a real review. Very good hot sauce. All right. Was it the mango? Was it mango or pineapple? I don't want to say pineapple. The pineapple one was good. It was either mango or pineapple. That one was my favorite. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Ziva Crypto Girl. Oh, wait, hang on. Ziva with Hat Crypto. No way. Shout out to Ziva. Ziva says, love the mods. Shout out to you, Ziva. Thank you so much for supporting our mods. And shout out to Pennywise. What is going on? Says, all that sauce, forget about it. Learning lots from the Mafia. Let's go. That's why we're here. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. It helps push the channel out to more people. It is the most helpful thing you can do is smash that like button and let people know, let the algorithm know that you love this content so we can grow the Mafia into even more of an unstoppable force than they already are. And if you don't see the support the mods are getting right now, that proves it alone. So let's go ahead and continue on, guys. A little bit of education, a little bit of Ethereum sauce. Now let's go ahead and check out our other altcoins. Number one, gonna be Doge. Rob, let me know in the chat, did you pick these or did you count up the votes? Let me know. All right, let's take a look at Doge here. I'm not gonna beat to death the long-term analysis. We all know that we broke out of the bear market range, came up and tested the value area low, and now we are cooling off, testing some key fib levels, right? So let's go ahead and we'll pull from the impulse to the high. You can see we tested that golden pocket. If this pullback is not over, potentially, we could next see a break of that golden pocket and a push into the 786. At which point, if you didn't buy the dip on the golden pocket, right, this could be a potential buy the dip scenario on Dogecoin. Assuming the altcoins are going to continue to pump after this correction, this could be a decent level for me to look to buy the dip. Not you, because this is not financial advice. You got to do your own research. But this will be definitely another level that I'd be interested in if we do come back to the downside. And then once you get down to this is even more of a saucy level, to be honest. Daily naked point of control sitting at 0.09860 in confluence with that value area high. This is really a super, super saucy level. Right? Now, once you break down below this, you are at risk of coming much lower to the bottom of the range. But based off of where we are in the cycle right now, assuming the cycle will, even though it is different already, assuming it will kind of still remain similar to other cycles, and we are going to see the altcoins run a bit here, I wouldn't necessarily expect the value area low. So if you lose the value area high, I would look for a bounce off the POC. And then really once you lose the POC, that's where it could get ugly. But I'm not really expecting that. I wouldn't really be worried if you come to the 786 or the value area high. If we come down here and we get bullish signals, I don't know if you're going to get lucky enough to get this opportunity to enter, right? But if you did come down here, in my opinion, I might be buying some Dogecoin down here. But again, this is a little less likely to get hit, in my opinion. But anyway, that's what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. As of right now, we do have the green dot confirmed on the daily. Gave us a little bit of a bounce off the golden pocket, but nothing really too intense here. So, local resistance is still the value area low at about 18 cents. So key level of resistance, 18 cents. Key level of support, daily naked point of control / value area high between 0.098 and 0.094. Taking a look at some of the higher time frames, weekly red dot printing, right? This was one of the big things we looked at on Bitcoin. And when we were looking at that 4-hour bearish divergence on Bitcoin, I don't know, that's Ethereum, bada boom, right? When we were looking at that 4-hour bear div on Bitcoin saying this may be a sign of weakness, right, to get a little bit more of a sustained downtrend, one of the things that was confirming that we could get a pullback here was that weekly red dot printing, right, or about to print. We saw that VWAP. That's why I love Market Cipher. It's not like you have to wait for the signal. You can identify by the shape and direction of the VWAP when you're likely to have a red dot incoming. So we saw that VWAP cracking towards that 0 line saying, hey, guys, 4-hour bear div, money flow coming out on the 4-hour. That looks kind of bearish, and this VWAP does look like it wants to print a red dot on the weekly. If we print that, could cause a bigger pullback, which looks like what we may be seeing here. Again, you guys know the key levels of support that I'm looking at. I'm not expecting a gigantic breakdown, at least as of right now, but you guys know the key levels of support. We went over them earlier. So let's continue on Doge. So that is essentially what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. Right? Once you get above this value area low, we could easily get a sustained move up to that POC. And then once you flip that POC, you would obviously be expecting that value area high. Also understanding once we break into this range, there's likely some other local levels within this range that are going to hold you up just a little bit. But right now, we're pretty far away. So I'm not really going to cover those. But those are the important levels to keep an eye on right now, as well as my general sentiment. All right, let's see. Shout out to Mr. Wickles. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but he said hazard shot. Neuralink ads finna go crazy. Shout out to Mr. Wickles. I actually just saw that the first person who got Neuralink actually did like a little demo of how it works. It's scary. Anyway, shout out to Dave Digital saying let's see. Shout out to Dave. Matic, we could take a look at Matic potentially. Yeah, we'll take a look at Matic right now, and then we'll take a look at ADA and XRP. Take a quick look at Matic. Bada boom. Now, as you guys know, I am no longer in my Matic long. Obviously, I closed that as we did come up to some very key levels of resistance. Let me pull up the live stream chart. We'll actually pull up the Matic chart that we're used to seeing, which is right here. Bada boom. So, yeah. Let's go down to up to a higher time frame here, and let's unhide the TA. So here we are, right? Very similar to a lot of other things. Simply put, my long position was from right down here at the bottom of this local range, rode it all the way through this volume profile, all the way up to this value area low, and then all the way through this volume profile. This is why we use the volume profiles, guys. This is how predictable they are, right? They're not 100% accurate, but we were entering this value area. So I knew that if I were able to find a local entry right here, it was very likely to come up to this POC and this value area high. That was the thought process on that trade. So I wrote it up to this local value area high, and then we saw the breakout occurring, looked to go to the POC, little pullback, looked to go to the value area high, and then once we came up to here and flipped this to support, we knew we were probably going to be pretty safe to see the rest of this range fill to the value area high, which is where I wound up closing my trade. Not at the tippy top, right? Even though if you were really trusted in the volume profile, you could have closed right at the tippy top. I closed a little bit lower. It's very hard to catch the tippy top, but this was a big cause for me to take profits. Right? Because we came up, hit a macro level of support. Once you reject that value area low, where's the next likely place for price to go? Simply put, right back down to the POC and right back down to the value area low. And I'm not going to lie, guys. There was a moment here where I was looking at this. There were signals to go short on Matic. I almost flipped that trade, made about multiple hundreds of % on that trade, walked away with about 12K. almost just reversed the position at the high here, because not only did we hit key resistance, but we also had the lower highs on our momentum waves, money flow coming out, and the higher highs on price, giving us that bearish divergence, making it very likely to, again, go to that POC in the value area low, just based off of how the volume profiles behave. We look for longs at the lows, look to go to the POC in the high, look for shorts at the highs, look to go to the POC in the low. So this is how they typically work. I did not take that short position, full disclosure, but that's okay. There's always another opportunity. But anyway, as of right now, we have lost this volume profile, and it's crazy. I can't believe Matic is at 95 cents after hitting $1.28. As I was closing this, I'm like, man, I get the emotions too, guys, right? Like, I closed that trade, and I was like, man, this thing's just been going up and to the right. Let me take some profit. And I was like, hopefully I don't make the mistake. But I took the money, and now we're at 95 cents. Thank God I closed that trade, because if I didn't, I would still be up massively, right? Like, still up, I'd still be up 23% without the leverage. But, that would have been, from 12,000 profit to, like, way less. So you got to pay yourself when you're in the green. But right now, we are testing some very key levels, guys. We got the... we got the value area high sitting right here. I don't know why I used the trend line for that. But we got our value area high, POC, value area low, right? So if we are going to see a bigger move down here, we can use this macro golden pocket, this macro volume profile as context into what to look for down below, right? So we came down almost half the value area low. If we break those lows, I would look for interactions on this value area high. I think I just said value area low. But yeah, if we come back down, this is the key level of support, about 90 cents. If you do not get a strong bounce off of this, which, to be quite honest, quick little freebie here on the YouTube live stream. Let me go ahead and pull some fibs here. If I could get some confluence, maybe we'll give a little bit of a little sauce here. Yeah, so 786. Let me pull this to the actual low. Golden pocket. Okay. Okay. So, hard to say. This is a little bit of a wonky fib, but you can watch this value area high zone. And the reason I say that is because, let me see if we have any naked points of controls. Hang on, guys. This might get really saucy. If we get confluence just below, it's the 4 hour. Okay, never mind. If we get confluence just below this value area high on one of these naked points of controls, could be a saucy setup here. No, not seeing it. Okay. But yeah, the reason I say watch this value area high sitting at about 90 cents is really because if you do come back down here, right? Let's say you come back down, you start interacting with this level, maybe you slip it a little bit. You could potentially be given an opportunity to put in a 4 hour bullish divergence here with our higher lows on our momentum waves, lower lows on price, before seeing a move back into your value area low, back to your POC, and then back up to the high. So, not a trade setup, not a trading signal, right? You got to do your own research. You got to do your own TA. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you found I would like to see a level, right? So if you hit your charts and you can find a strong level just underneath this value area high, I would look for a potential bounce here to put in that bullish divergence on the 4 hour for a potential scout back to the upside. But overall, I want to be very clear here, right? Let's come up to the 8 hour, like looking pretty bearish, right? Money flow is looking pretty bearish. So you got to assess the situation when you get down there. Fresh red dot. So you guys know what that means, right? Go down to that 30-minute, like I was just saying. Go to that 30-minute, check the money flow. We did just cross over into the red. Did that happen while the 8 hour red dot was printing? No, it happened just before. So not the best confluence there. Check the 12 hour. Looking for a red dot on the 12 hour. Let's check that 45-minute money flow. Been in the red. 1 hour money flow, been in the red. Yeah, so those setups aren't really necessarily that saucy at the moment, but I would definitely be looking at this as your key level of support. If you break down, the nice thing about these volume profiles is if you do wind up decisively getting stuck underneath this value area high, the next likely place for price to go is going to be that point of control of the range, sitting right here at about 84 cents. Once you lose that POC decisively, you're going to be looking to go back down to your value area low, sitting at 75 cents. So there you go. And then obviously your key level of local resistance is still the value area low, sitting up here at $1.03. All right, let's go ahead and see what do we got next? Let's see. Yeah, Flatsmack said the bulls are way too strong. Do not fight Bitcoin. Thank you, brother. Shout out to David. No problemo. And yes, overall, guys, my overall sentiment on Bitcoin is still bullish, right? Because I have been saying this recently. Throughout this whole move up, I've basically been talking about long in the low, looking for a new high. Long the low, look for a new high. Long the low, look for a new high. Even here, long low, look for the new high, even though it was just a slightly higher high. But at this point, in the long term, right, on the higher time frames, we are still bullish, right, obviously, right? Bullish market structure continues to stay intact, so I am going to be looking up. However, locally, and just to be clear here, if we do pull back, right, not expecting a dump down to zero. However, where is it? Pull up the right here, right? If we do come down, like really the levels we're looking at are just the low of this range, right? This is only, if we did come down all the way to this value area low, it's a 9.331% move, right? So not looking for it to go to zero necessarily. And then again, just to kind of cover what we've been talking about recently, if we do wind up losing these lows at about 57, 56K, there is a pretty big volume gap below, right? So once you lose this high volume node, to be honest, the next major level is sitting down here at about 51.7. So what I'm looking for is potential longs here. If not, and we break down below and we can't get back above, I will be looking down to this as our next target. Again, $51,700. But that's, again, if we do not get a strong bounce there. It is a weird kind of situation that we're in right now in the markets, because you still have to potentially anticipate that, like Flat Smack just said, you do still have to potentially anticipate those bulls to come in rearing their heads. And we talk about this a lot, in previous bull markets or just previous strong uptrends. You do get a lot of fake outs on money flow, right? Money flow comes out, you barely go into the red, right back into the green, right? And like even back here, right? Fake out, back into the green. Fake out, back into the green. And then it's really, in hindsight, just trending up over time. So we might be in a situation where we start to see this happen, which is why I'm not just screaming, oh my God, money flow is coming out, we're going to zero. It's just more like money flow is going out right now, guys. This is definitely bearish, like binarily, factually, this is bearish. But we have to be aware that the bulls might fake us out just because of where we are in the cycle, right? This is why not only is your local, who was just FaceTiming me? This is pretty funny. Hang on one second, guys. It was my sister. It was my sister. She in the chat? Sister Candles, are you in the chat? But anyway, that's why, it's not just the local analysis. It's not just the key levels. You have to understand where you are in the market. Well, not that history always repeats itself, but oftentimes it rhymes. So you just have to do a lot of work, right? Like, that's why trading is not easy. Predicting Bitcoin is like one of the hardest things you could possibly do. It takes a lot of work. It's not as easy as like seeing one signal and then saying we're going to the moon, or seeing one signal and saying you're going to zero. It's much more involved than that. But let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see what we got. 42K would help rebuild trust. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to Creighton C. Says, if you look at previous cycles, this is where the bull market usually resets higher time frame VWAPs before the actual run. Creighton C with the sauciest sauce I've heard in a long time. And Creighton, let's go, baby. Reset those higher time frame VWAPs, ready for the bull run. So this might be, Creighton, that do look like it's lining up, brother. It does look like it's lining up. Very, very interesting. Shout out to Genesis. Said earlier I was talking about IG, not YouTube. I really appreciate if you can tell me the secret sauce. Shout out to Genesis. The secret sauce is you got to drink Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, which I may or may not be able to put the koozie on here, but Aztecian Cactus Moss Water is really the secret sauce here, guys. So, yeah, shout out to the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. Flat smack that like button. Shout out to Coors Lightyear. What is going on, bro? Things are about to get a little cray-cray. I agree, brother. I agree. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Said, special request from Captain CGPT. Let's check it. Shout out to Captain Kirk. CandleMafia Mama. Let's see. Let's check it out. We'll check it out on Bybit Spot. Oh, baby. What the heck is this thing? What the heck is this? Let's take a look. Bada boom. Let me go here. Let me take off the high, the low, and the POC. And let's see what we got going on here. So not too much history here. We do have a little bit of daily market cipher money flow, which is nice. Pretty thick in the money flow here, if I'm being honest. VWAP just banging its head on that zero line. Money flow trending up, which isn't bad. You have one confirmed bearish divergence from higher highs, lower highs, right? And it did give you a pullback, right? Let me get some key levels on here for you, Cap, and then we'll move on to the other altcoins. So right now, just to give some context, you know, bearish divergence confirmed. Money flow not necessarily trending out just yet. So very interesting here. VWAP fighting to get back over that zero line. Once we print that green dot here, that is likely where I would expect the next big move up. But let's come to the 4 hour. Right now, the key levels I would be watching would be within the context of this volume profile, right? And I would actually tweak this. You could actually look at two different ranges. I would look at this as a range, right? So locally, right, you might be coming down to a value area low. But, you know, over the longer period of time, I may also incorporate these candles over here. It's not the prettiest range, to be quite honest with you. These are like two separate ranges, in my opinion. You have a lower range, and then you have the higher range, right? They're just kind of right on top of each other, which is honestly kind of an annoying situation because, like, if you slip this value area low, you don't know whether you should be longing this value area low or looking for shorts to get accepted into that lower range, right? So this is kind of a choppy situation, in my opinion. I don't love that, to be honest. Not that it's bearish or anything, but like it's very hard to read. But let's pull some more of these candles into view and see where, like, this is definitely, if this thing winds up dumping, this is definitely the zone I would be looking at. Man, a lot of that volume is high up. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously a high interest area. So I would definitely be looking at these as key levels if you do get another move down. You're pretty far away from that as of right now, but you don't really have much underneath you to hold you up. So to be quite honest, Cap, if you wind up losing these lows, could be a pretty quick move back down to this zone here. Now, you do have a high volume node here and a high volume node here. So these would be worth looking at, in my opinion. But to be quite honest with you, yeah, to be quite honest, this is like the next real key level below. So, and again, you could look at this as kind of like a whole range. Let me pull some fibs here, see if we can get some confluence. I will re-pull that. That was not perfect. Bada boom. Yeah, so this lines up more with the bottom of that range. Interesting. Kind of wonky price action, to be honest with you. But let me pull to here. So, yeah, I would look at these as your local levels. Value area low, 786. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Bada boom. Between 34 and 32 cents. That would be a decent place to be looking for a bounce. And I would also potentially look for a local bounce of where we're at right now. And then taking a look at your money flow, right? This is obviously looking much different than a lot of other stuff. Well, not really. 8-hour money flow coming to the downside. Blood diamond confirmed here. So, yeah, these are your local supports. And then coming on down here, these are like really the only significant support levels until down here at about 13 cents. And that would be one heck of a dump. But yeah, these are definitely the key levels I would be looking at. Let me see if I have any confluence here on any monthly or weekly levels, because that would add some really, really nice confluence. So yeah, right on that lower range right here, this will be a big key level. Bada boom. So we'll call that the monthly. And then let's go ahead and let's pull up that weekly. Yeah, you have a naked point of control here as well, a weekly naked. Go ahead and mark that out. Bada boom. And then right here, you also have another naked weekly. Bada boom. This will all look much healthier and cleaner in just a second. And then let's take a look at the daily real quick. Nice daily naked point of control right here. Bada boom. Yeah. This is a nice zone down here. I won't lie. I can't front, guys. This is a, yeah, let me mark some of these out, and then I'll take off the indicator. So right about here. Okay, so let's clean up the chart, come to a lower time frame. Let's come to the 8-hour and zoom out here. So this zone here, very, very saucy in my opinion. 786 daily naked point of control. Potentially could see a bounce there. And then coming on down here, weekly naked point of control at 23 cents. That would be pretty key as well. This is that high volume node. I'm going to clean that up because the daily naked is probably more important. And then this would also be a very, very, very nice confluent level. And then you got a monthly naked down here. So yeah, all these blue zones, Captain. You have like the saucier levels yeah, these are the key levels to look at. So I will go ahead and let you screenshot that, Cap. I know it's a lot to digest, but there you go. These are the key levels I'll be looking at if you do get a pullback. All right, there we go. Shout out to Querty. Said this is for the mods. Shout out to you, bro. LFG. Shout out to Querty showing some support for our amazing mods here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Shout out to AC Slater. Said I'm all about the VWAPs and filling gaps. Shout out to AC. Let's go. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Brother, please take a look at Omi. We could try to take a look at Omi, no problemo. JL says, stop screaming. Actually, I haven't heard that in a while. That's pretty funny. Someone told me to turn my mic up the other day, and I was like, thank you for being different. Usually people tell me to stop yelling. It's too funny. There's always somebody saying stop yelling, or there used to be. They haven't said it in a while. But anyway, let's continue on here. What's going on? Shout out to Buck Nasty. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see. I hope he bounced hard off 59K and clap some bear cheeks. Yo, shout out to Daddy Longbottom. Let's go. Thank you so much. Shout out to Captain Kirk. No problem. That is why I'm here, to help you with those saucy levels. All right, let's go ahead and continue on and take a look at ADA. Bada boom, bada bing. And let's pull up Market Cipher. And let's see here. So, I mean, same thing, right? 8-hour red dot, 8-hour money flow crossing over into the red. 30-minute money flow's been in the red here, so no real confluence for that setup, unfortunately. Let's go ahead. Bada boom. Let's check the daily. Yeah, about to looking to print a green dot on the daily. So this looks very, very similar to everything else, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. So let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, this is, you could look at this as your upper range, right? So these levels, bada boom. What is this, Cardano? So this could be the upper range that I would look at. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bong. There we go. So if you do wind up coming back up, this will be very, very key levels. And the reason I show the volume profile and I don't just show the horizontal levels is because if you come back up and you approach this zone, you now have context, right? It's not just like, oh, resistance level. Oh, trend line. It's, oh, this is going to be resistance, but if I get above here, not only would I expect a move up, but I now know what the next likely stops for my asset that I'm trading are going to be, right? So if you flip that value area low, you now know not only you're going to get a move up, but that POC is going to be right above you, giving you some resistance. And it's not until you flip that level that you could look up to come revisit these highs at around 78 cents. So there you go. That is basically the resistance that I would be looking at below for Cardano. And then if we come on over to the daily, let me pull up some key daily levels. Let's see. Is it going to dump or pump in the next 41 hours? Very, very hard to call that to the hour. But yeah, it would be basically a blind gamble to just pick that direction and call it. So I'll just say the truth. I don't know, right? As you guys, as I said before, I have my key levels. If it dumps, I have levels where I could take trades to make money. And if it pumps, I also have levels that I could short to make money, right? So that's kind of how I approach the markets. It's an if this, then that statement. So if you're looking for, like I always say this, if you're looking for a black and white answer of is it going to go up or is it going to go down, it's the, and I'm not saying, I forget who said that. Sam, I don't know I can't see the full name, but Sam, I'm not saying you think this, but I'm just using this as an opportunity to kind of teach. If you're asking yourself in your head, is it going up or down? Now, this is obviously a question that everybody has, right? So I'm not saying like you can't have that thought, but you have up or down is the wrong question because the market doesn't go up or down, right? It goes up and down in a very confusing and violent manner. right? And there's no way to 100% call which way it will go. So that's why I approach it as key. I look at the key levels, right? It's an if this, then that statement. I don't look at the market, right? When I take trades, I don't go, is this going up or down, right? I go, let me look at these levels and where the most confluent, strongest levels, where are they sitting? And then when I come down to them, I say, if it comes down to this key level and I get the trading confirmations to enter a position, then I will take the trade. But if I come down here and I don't get the confirmations to go long, I'm probably going to sit on my hands and look down to the next key level. So it's very hard to be like, are you going to hit 39? Is Cardano going to hit 39 cents? I don't know, right? It depends on what happens when we get down to the next key level, right? Because we can come down to this key level, get massive bullish confirmations, all the indicators flip, you get a bunch of absorption or something, whatever you're looking at, and then we can just blast off to the highs. So it has to be an if this, then that statement. So there you go. Hopefully that helps somebody out there. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Shout out to Tony D said the giveaway channel will be hidden in 8 minutes. Frankie will announce the winner sometime after 7. Enter the giveaway now if you have not. So get into that free Discord. Link in the description down below. Go to the giveaway section, click on participate, and you're in it to win it. And you got to be in live chat to collect the prize. So let me go ahead and mark out some of these key levels here. Bada boom. We got one right down here at about 50 cents. Let's mark that out. So this would definitely be my next key level to the downside. We don't really have any key levels above, at least on the daily. Let's check that weekly. Bada boom. Okay, so you do have a weekly sitting right here. I'll just label that on weekly. And then you do have a weekly right down here as well. Bada boom. So these would be the key levels that I would be looking at on Cardano. So if we get a bigger move down, 50 cents would be that daily naked point of control. Pretty key level to be looking at, in my opinion. Pull this volume profile. Yeah, you have confluence with that POC. So if you do get down to that level, could potentially see a nice bounce off that naked point of control. Preferably, in my opinion, if we do get a bigger move down, which may or may not happen, I don't know. But if we do get that move down, right, let me actually label the actual value area high. Whoops. Value area high, POC, value area low. So what I would really prefer here would be, bada boom, turn this blue, right? So what I would love to see, if you do get the move down, right, not promising we get that move down, but if we do come down here and we get accepted into this range, lose the POC, I would love to find a new long position down here. But there's no promises that we come back down to that level. So, we'll have to see. Could pull this local range right here as well. So, yeah, this is the range that we're trading in right now, right? And look at that. Just like that, you now have context into what's going on. It's like a roadmap to where price is likely to go next. This is why I love the volume profiles, because now you know, right? Bada boom. Bada bing. Whoops. Come on. Bada boom. Right? So, what happened here? You lost the value area high, went to the POC, lost the POC, went to the low, bounced off the low, flipped the POC to support, broke out of the high, and now you're coming back in, right? So, for the most part, it's kind of hard to say if we're officially accepted back into this range, but if we remain under this value area high and decisively get stuck underneath this 61 cent level, I would look to potentially break the POC and come back down to the low, and we may just kind of respect this range. Other than that, these are kind of the key levels I would be looking at locally. And then, take a look at Market Cipher. Take a look at the daily, probably looking the same as everything else. Yeah, about to print a green dot. So if we did print a green dot and we got a big bounce to the upside, simply put, don't really have too much in our way till this high volume node here at 67 cents. And then other than that, this value area low is your next key level of support. So if that green dot gives you a big bounce out of this range, this will be key resistance. Flip this to support. This is your next key level of resistance. And then you have this range above for context. So this is like literally all the key levels here. This is exactly what I'd be looking at on Cardano. Whether you're trading the longer time frames or the lower time frames, there is a range for just about every situation. So there you go. All right, so what do we got? We got XRP next. Let's go ahead and we can take a look at XRP. Let's do it. All right. Bada boom. Pull up XRP. This is we want XRP USD. And yeah, here we are. So XRP just still doing the same thing it's been doing for about 2.5 years. Yeah, for a very long time. We just kind of bing-bong around this value area low, which is that key level of resistance. Once you flip that value area low to support, what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for a hold of this level to get a bigger move up to our point of control sitting at 83 cents. Other than that, I mean, there's really not much to say here about XRP, right? We have been just stuck. Like, it's been so stuck here for so long. Just a slow grind to the upside. But to be quite honest, like, this is the key level to hold. If we hold it, we go to, in my opinion, 83 cents will be the likely next stop. Flip that PLC, looking for a move up to the value area high at $1.21. And yeah, that would be about almost 100% move. But yeah, just simply looking at these previous value areas, break above that, we can come up and look at this new value area that we have. Not new value area, but this old value area, I guess I should say. So we got previous value area low, we got previous POC, and we got the previous value area high. Bada boom, previous value area high. So yeah, and that comes from the top of this pump right over here from 2018. And then, you know, if we get back to the top of that value area, we're at about $2.50. Other than that, looking very, very, very different than other things, right? Like, you look at the weekly VWAP, hasn't even come close to printing a red dot just yet, right? VWAP starting to flop over here just a little bit. Take a look at the daily. VWAP is looking to print a green dot. Money flow trending up here. This is very interesting. When you see the money flow trending up like this, I mean, it does indicate that the uptrend may continue. But again, for the most part, I am keeping a look or keeping an eye on the key levels more than anything, just because of where we are in the market. 4 hour, you know, money flow kind of coming up. It's a little bit wonked, came up, trended back down. Now it's starting to curve again. Kind of. Yeah, it's kind of flat here. Money flow looks kind of wonky. VWAP coming back up towards that 0 line. Not enough to really take anything legitimate away from here. But, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm looking at this volume profile. Like, this is the key zone, right? Just like all these other altcoins. We do this all the time, right? We look at Solana, we look at Dogecoin, and, you know, Matic, Link, right? Once you flip these key levels, like, you're likely to fill the range. It's likely to be very messy, right? It's not just going to go, you know, from the low straight to the high, right? It's going to be like, up. Oh, my God, we're never going to get to the POs. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, now we're at the P. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, you know, it's going to be very confusing, very annoying. But, you know, more often than not, we do see this stuff play out. I use Link as, like, a perfect example. But yeah, well, it's this Link chart, right? I don't have any of the old ranges up, but yeah, you know, Ethereum too is one of the coins, like all the altcoins. We just see them, and Bitcoin. You just see them fill these volume profiles, fill the volume profile, fill the volume profile. It's all about flipping that key level of resistance, the value area low, to support, and then looking up to higher prices. All right, let's see. Let's continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Let's see. What time is it? Okay. All right. So that was XRP, Doge, ADA. We got them all in. Those are the altcoins. But now for the fun part, guys. Now for the fun part, we're going to give away 0.02 Bitcoin. Over $1,000 in Bitcoin. This giveaway is sponsored by Golden, one of our amazing community members. Golden, are you here? Let us know. Shout out to Dave Digital, said Frankie Candle says, CryptoFace says, check the 2-week BTC money flow. Let's go ahead and check it out. Wait, is Face in here? Or was he saying that on his stream? Let me know. But let's check it out. Let's see. 2-week money flow. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's check it. That's a link. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's see. All right, so the Bitcoin 2-week money flow coming up. That is a good sign. That would be a good sign. VWAP kind of rolling around here, but these VWAPs are very slow movers. Oh, shout out to Golden. Yo, shout out to Tony D. Said Golden said he had a fun night. He said he might sleep. Well, shout out to Golden. We wish you a speedy recovery, assuming you're very tired. But anyway, shout out to Golden. Look at the golden emojis in the chat. Let's go. Oh, my God. Those came in quick. Unbelievable. Smash that like button if you guys want to win 0.02 Bitcoin. But yeah, 2-week money flow coming up actually very nicely. Like, look at the just that little swoop to the upside. That is very nice, especially after coming out here. So yeah, I mean, and that's to be expected, right? Like, thank you for pointing that out, Dave. And that's to be expected, right? Because, like I said, like on the higher time frames, like we are in very, very bullish market structure. I am definitely looking for the highs to eventually get taken. So yeah, maybe we get a little bit more of a local pullback, and then that 2-week money flow decides to kick in. Maybe once that weekly red dot prints and that next green dot on the weekly starts to print, that might be where we see that 2-week money flow really start to take effect. So shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, that 2-week money flow, dude, looks saucy, though. Not going to lie. Shout out to Crypto Face. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and, Tony, is the winner announced? Let me know if the winner is announced. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Bada boom, bada bing. Dang, Gold is not even here to see someone win the Bitcoin. Let's see. We're in the presence of wizards. Shout out to Bad Axe. Fingers crossed. Panda Punch in the chat said we pumping or dumping. Coming in, flexing that check mark. Let's go. Just a little bit of motivation. Shout out to Panda Punch. I say, I don't know. I'm kind of neutral right now. I got my key levels set. I'm waiting. I got levels to the upside, levels to the downside. If I had to take a random gamble, lower time frame money flow is pointing to the downside. Medium time frame money flow is pointing to the downside first. So I'm thinking maybe we get a move down, then a move up. But we'll have to see what happens. Tony D says 60 seconds to get in there, get in that free Discord. And for anybody who has not done it yet, come on over to the free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Click on participate. Dang, we got like 100 other participants already. And you have to like the video. If you have not liked this live stream and you are in this giveaway, you cannot win unless you've liked the stream. But let's see. Am I the winner? Shout out to Assad or Azda. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to All Set. Says, shout out to you, Frankie. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Thank you for the sauce. Let's go. Shout out to All Set. Thank you for saying that, bro. I appreciate you. Tony D says, no, 60 seconds until winner. It's already too late. Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, the polls are closed, guys. The polls are closed. But yeah, Tony D's about to pick the winner. Let me know when we're ready to do it. Shout out to 12 Big. I'm saying like this video, like the live stream. Smash that live stream like button. And Better Wiz goes, congratulations to me, bro. Let's go. Yeah, unbelievable. Early congrats is crazy. I love the confidence. All right, let's see. KE, not to be confused with Katie. Retro Mike says, paging Lord BTC the Third. That is Golden, for anybody who doesn't know, as Golden owns all the Bitcoin. Let's see. Shout out to KE. USDT dominance. Let's take a look at it. USDTD. Let's see. So, yeah, this is something that you can obviously look at for to try to anticipate what Bitcoin is going to do, right? So the USDT dominance, for anybody who doesn't know, obviously if this looks very bullish, it's probably going to be bearish for Bitcoin, because if people are looking to come into USDT, it's obviously probably pulling out of Bitcoin and putting it into USDT. So what you would want to see here for a dump is bullish USDT dominance, right? And you would want to see for a pump, you would want to see USDT dominance looking bearish. And we looked at this recently. It's essentially inverse to Bitcoin, right? Like if you look at these side by side, it's essentially an inverse Bitcoin chart, right? So if I come on over here and we open up Bitcoin, you can see, right? Let me pull up the daily on this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Pull up the 8-hour. So yeah, like 8-hour on Bitcoin, looking to come over and cross over into the red. 8-hour on the USDT dominance, looking to cross over into the green. And like even the structures are very similar, right? If I invert this scale, like it's like literally the same thing as Bitcoin, but upside down, right? Even if you invert market cipher B, it's like literally the exact same thing. So there you go. Which is interesting, right? Like it doesn't always look like identical, but it is very, 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 very similar. So There you go. I don't know if anyone's ever inverted the USDT dominance chart against Bitcoin, but it's like, yeah, it's literally the same chart. Very, very interesting. But anyway, so what I would say is it looks as I would expect it to look, right? Like the 8-hour looks bullish as the 8-hour on Bitcoin looks bearish, right? So there you go. My thoughts would be if this money flow crosses over into the green, USDT dominance, right? On top of that, if you pull up your, whoops, let me pull up the profile real quick. Well, let me do that. Yeah, okay. You can see like pretty big gap above here. So if we break out here, could be a quick move up to about 5.07%, which would obviously cause a move down on Bitcoin to fill, again, that gap down below, right? If we pull up the VRVP on Bitcoin, you'll see that same gap is there, but just inverse. So there you go. All right, let's see. Pull it up to reveal the winner. Face cam hidden. Shout out to Tony D. All right, I'm going to take my ugly mug off the I almost said off the face, off the camera. And here we are. I'll hide this too. So here we are. Yo, shout out to Nornan. Says, Don's Aragorn. Is that the Aragon or Aragorn costume? Shout out to Nornan. Said, for the mods, charges into 100x leverage. Shout out to Nornan. Thank you for dropping some love for the mod. And just a quick reminder, guys, any super chat revenue or gifted membership revenue we get on tonight's live stream does go straight towards the mods. So there you go. If you love the mods, drop a super chat. But let's go ahead and call this winner, guys. So who is going to be the winner of the 0.02 Bitcoin? Let's check it. Who do we think it's going to be? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Lucha will make a hard comeback here, rigging the giveaways. And the winner is at E. I guess this is them. 0.02 results. The winner of this giveaway is tagged above. So shout out to at E. Shout out to you, bro. You won 0.02 Bitcoin. Tony D, yeah, I am such a Discord boomer, guys. Like Tony, this seems like a nightmare. Like, how are you gonna find that? How are you gonna find them? But yeah, I'm a Discord boomer. I got no idea how it works. But shout out to you, bro. You just won 0.02 Bitcoin. AD Dad says bot. Tap the name. Oh, streamer mode is on. Tap the name. Okay. Does the can I turn it off? How do I turn it off? Shout out to Tony D. I don't know how to turn it off. Shout out to E. E, are you in the chat? Also, E, you have to be in the chat to win the giveaway. So there is a chance here. If E is not in the chat, he will not win the giveaway, and we may have to pull another winner. Eddie RVA1, shout out to Eddie RVA. Are you in the chat, bro? If you're in the chat, Tony D, it's still E. Shout out to T Petty. Yeah, so I guess, Tony, you want them to DM you on Discord, I assume. Yo, shout out to Adil. Thank you for the super chat. Said, can we talk more mindset and psychology like 2 days ago? Super helpful, Frankie. Something I struggle with a lot. My TA is good, but my mind frame needs work. Shout out to Adil. I always tell people this. It is 90% your mentality, your trading psychology, your emotional discipline, and it's maybe 90 to 80% the TA. The mental, and then 20 to 30% your TA. It's the non-sexy things that will make you money. So yeah, Adil, I love talking the mentality and trading psychology. Unbelievable, Tony D, you're fired. Tony D, you're fired. You're fired times 11. You're fired, and you are required to reapply for the job so I can reject it, and then you have to apply again so I can reject you. You're fired. You're double fired. Triple fired. Send him to 0. Send him to jail. Somebody call the cops on Tony D. Somebody call the cops on Tony D. Oh, Eddie C says I'm here. Is it Eddie C? All right. So, Tony D, how long are we going to give? E to? I think is it Eddie C? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's verifiable by a DM in Discord. So let's see. I don't know. Eddie C for some reason looks legit. I don't know. I don't know if we're getting trolled, but we'll see. We're going to find out in a minute here. Unbelievable. Tony D, I can't believe you just rickrolled me, bro. I cannot believe you are rickrolling me right now. Unbelievable. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Eddie, if you are here, DM me in Discord ASAP. Do it, Eddie. If it's Eddie C, shout out to Eddie C. Let's go, bro. Let's see. By default, I should win. Shout out to Elite Ways EC. I feel you. I feel you, brother. Let's see. I can't find an E. Shout out to True Duke. What is going on, brother? Clock's ticking, Eddie. Shout out to Chester. Yo, you guys are wild. Brad Guidell in the chat. What is going on, Brad? Good to see you, bro. Thank you for being here. I miss you, brother. We got to hang out soon. You'll hear me screaming from Nashville when I win. Shout out to Bad Axe. Let's see. Well, I guess what we could do while we're waiting for Eddie C said I'm trying. Okay, so to give Eddie a little bit more time, if it really is Eddie C, let's go ahead and do our other giveaways while we are waiting for somebody to yo, Deep Eddie counting down in chat is crazy. All right, so let's do our other giveaway, guys. We do have also, I mean, it's not just 0.02 Bitcoin. We are going to be giving away 10 bags of ADA. It's not going to be 10 bags of $1,200 worth of ADA, but it will be 10 bags of ADA. So let's go ahead and pick up our Tony D, or not, I'm sure Tony D and Tyler. If one of the mods can drop the link to the video for the ADA giveaways, that would be super helpful. So let me go ahead and pull up our picker here. Let me open up a new tab on YouTube's. Actually, no, I'll just copy and paste the link. Pull back up live chat. Let's see. I'd rather have the ADA. Shout out to Jay. Let's see. Maybe you could see the correspondent name registered in YouTube. Can you do a deep dive video on mindset and psychology? A deal. Duly noted. Currently being noted. Yes, we can totally do a video on that. Absolutely. These are the things that make you money trading, right? It's not the setups. Well, it is the setups, right? But you can have the best setups. I say this all the time. You can have the best TA. You can have the best setups, right? You can know for a fact that when price gets to this level and you see that setup, even if you know for 100% that trade is going to move in the direction you think it's going to move, 99.99999% of people are still going to lose money on that setup because they don't know how to manage the emotion of being in the trade, and they do not know how to manage the risk, right? And this is why a lot of people most people don't make money trading. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Tyler Durden said, want some ADA? Then make sure to watch, like, and comment on this week's Midweek Marinara. Manta Network Explained. Definitely go check out that video, guys. Yeah. Let's see. Manta. Yeah, the Manta video was saucy. Didn't get the attention because it's probably doesn't have high search traffic. But let's go ahead and grab this link. Bada boom, bada bing. And here we are. Let's go ahead and fetch these comments. Include replies? No. Okay, so here we go. We got 10 ADA bag giveaways. I'm going to count the vote. I'm going to count up the winners right here. Winner number 1 is going to be OCD Penguin. Says, well done, sir. Good content. Manta to the moon. Shout out to OCD. I know you want Manta to go to the moon, but we're going to send you Cardano. But hopefully Cardano goes to the moon as well. Congratulations, bro. You won some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord, go to the giveaway section, and claim your free prize. Let's go, which is a bag of ADA, obviously. Next winner, who's it going to be? GTA. Shout out to GTA, also known as, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an acronym, but I can't. Shout out to GTA. Says, stay blessed, Frankie. Well, hey, bro. I'm going to stay blessed, so blessed, that I'm going to bless you with some free Cardano. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for liking the content and commenting. I appreciate you, bro. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Eddie claimed, just confirmed. Shout out to Eddie. I can only imagine. Shout out to Eddie. Congrats on winning that 0.02 Bitcoin. I can only imagine like the stress he was just feeling. He's like, wait, no. I'm here. I can't DM him. Oh my God, my computer's lagging. It was probably so stressful. But Tony D confirmed. Stamp of approval. Eddie has claimed his prize. Shout out to Eddie. Congratulations, bro. I had a feeling you were legit popping in chat like that. Hopefully you enjoy that 0.02 Bitcoin. Maybe you hold it for the top. Maybe you sell it and buy some degenerate altcoins. We don't care what you do with it as long as you turn it into more money. That's all we want for you, bro. So shout out to you. Congratulations. And by the way, thank Golden, not us. This giveaway was sponsored by Golden. We gave away 0.02 Bitcoin the other day, last week, and then this one was given by Golden, so I don't want to take credit from this. This was 100% the doing of Golden. So shout out to Golden, one of the best community members that we could ever ask for. So yeah, shout out to Eddie. Make sure you drop a thank you to Golden. Spam those Golden emojis in the chat while we pick these next winners. Who's it going to be? Winner number 3, David. Shout out to David, says, hey. And I say, hey, David, go to the free Discord, and I'm going to give you a free bag of hay. Free bag of ADA. Shout out to you, bro. All right, next winner. Who's it going to be? Crypto Station. Shout out to you, bro. He says, bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. That bing bong is going to give you a bing bag of ADA. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for watching the content. Smash that like button. Probably didn't think you were going to get paid to smash that like button, but you did. So shout out to you, bro. Next winner number 5, Psychedelic Astronaut, let's go. Says, Grape Manta. Shout out to Psychedelic Astronaut. We're going to give you some strawberry Cardano. You're winner number 5, bro. Thank you for being here, being a big part of the Mafia, and smashing that like button and leaving comments on all of the videos. Hey, look, it paid off, bro. Next winner, let's see. Let's pull up current chats here. Bada boom. The golden emojis go hard in the chat. Unbelievable. Let's see. BTC 63.3. Oh, baby, she's pumping. She's pumping. Let's see. My horses would love the hay. Shout out to Mike Vito. Mike Vito, you got horses, bro? You got horses? That's unbelievable, bro. All right, let's see. Shout out to Crypto Cowboy. Is winner number 6. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to give you a bag of ADA. He says the halving's coming up soon, too. That's dang right. Are we going to get the dump before the halving? Are we going to get the dump after the halving? Or is this thing just going to go super moon Lambo candle to 100K with barely any pullbacks? Anything is possible. Shout out to Crypto Cowboy. Hit that free Discord and get your free bag of Cardano. Let's get it. Shout out to Cyber Splash. Said nothing to say. This one's for the mods. Shout out to you, bro. Showing some support for the mods. Guys, like, this is literally the biggest testament to this community ever. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we just say the super chats are going to the mods, and the super chats fly in. It's the coolest thing ever. I love it. It's unbelievable. But anyway, let's go ahead and... Golden is a wild boy. Golden is a wild boy in the best way. So shout out to Cowboy, Crypto Cowboy. Go ahead and hit that free Discord and get your free prize, which is ADA. Shout out to you. All right, next winner is going to be ERAM, is what I like to call him. Says, thanks, Frankie. I need more liquidity. Shout out to ERAM. I guess liquidity meaning money. Or you need more people to buy Manta so you can sell. Either way, you're going to have to sell some ADA too at some point because we're going to give you a free bag of it. Shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord and go claim your free prize. Yeah, Ken Bro said it's wild. He said, amen, D Petty. What did D Petty say? He said, the community members are the GOAT. Absolutely. The Crypto Mafia, the Candle Mafia is literally the GOAT. Shout out to you guys. All right, there we go. So shout out to ERAM. Hit that free Discord. Claim your free prize. ERAM was number 7. Number 8 is going to be Craig Simpson. Said, Frankie always coming through with the hot picks. Shout out to you, bro. I thought you were talking about pictures for a second. I was like, whoa, Craig. Don't expose that online. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to send you a free bag of Cardano. You are winner number 8. We appreciate you. Hit that free Discord. Hit that free Discord and claim your prize. All right, let's see. Winner number 9, Mark 4 Crew, or MK4 Crew, technically, says, thanks, Frankie and mods. Bing bong. We're sending you that free bag of Cardano, brother. Thank you for not only showing appreciation to me. I appreciate that. But even more than that, I appreciate you appreciating our mods. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead. Last winner of the Cardano giveaway. We've given away a lot in the past couple of weeks. But here we go. Shout out to 12 Big. Let's go, bro. I forgot I didn't have my camera on. Shout out to 12 Big LFG. Except we glitched, bro. 12. I'm sorry, bro. We can't do that. It's not a legit win, bro. 12. I apologize, bro. That's I don't know what happened. It glitched. Your name is gone. Sorry, bro. I'm just kidding, 12 Big. I'm just kidding, bro. Obviously, you win. Congrats. Thank God I saw it. Well, I guess this is recorded, right? We could have just scrubbed back and someone could have told me who it was. But shout out to 12 Big. You win, bro. He goes, that means double. Shout out to 12 Big. Congrats, bro. You've been here for so long. You're always in the live chat, and you add so much sauce to the Candle Mafia. I appreciate you for being here, bro. And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I gotta hop out of here. We're going to we're doing like a little game night with the mods. Shout out to the mods. Yeah, maybe we'll play some poker. I know maybe you guys can bet some of that money you made. I'm just kidding, guys. But shout out to the Candle Mafia and shout out to the mods, guys. Again, thank you all so much for sending all those super chats for our mods. They help me out endlessly. I am forever indebted to them. And to see our community support our mods and love them as much as we do is just full circle. It's the coolest thing ever. I feel so lucky to have the community of such good people in here. And it's insane. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera. I'm saying that because I actually mean it. And I think that's about it. I feel like I have more stuff to say, but let's see. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital. Said I don't see the official, unofficial invitation to the mod party. Shout out to Dave Digital. And last but not least, shout out to Jay Gilly dropping one last 20 for the mods. We appreciate you so much. And with all that being said, guys, I'll see you on Monday. Same place, same time. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. But now you guys have the key levels to the upside and the downside. And you know where I'm looking for my next trades. It's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys later. Hasta pasta. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Go touch some trees. Go touch some grass. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Coach, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them two bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, though they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Mr. Wickles says, can we get a house tour? And I think it's time I come clean, Mafia. I live in the studio. This is my house. So anyway, this is my chair. This is my chair. And then this is my Frankie Candles wall. And that's about it. I got a couple of screens in front of me, and that's about the whole house tour. That's it. I live in the studio. I'm just kidding, guys. Well, I don't live in here, but yeah, actually, we are a little sneak peek for the 564 people who stuck around till the end of the stream. We're going to be dropping some pretty cool vlogs coming up very soon, guys. And there was a poll recently in a live stream of what we should do for a vlog, and or if we hit a certain amount of likes, what we should do. And we were trying to get vlog ideas, right? So we're probably going to drop some polls coming up soon. And in one of those vlogs, I won't make house tour one of the vlogs, but in one of those vlogs, maybe, just maybe, we could do a house tour. I'm not going to show the outside, though, because that's kind of sketchy. But, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, with all that being said, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Mafia. I'll see you guys on Monday. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
Sorry about that, guys. Mrs. Candles was hitting the go button. That's my fault, guys. I'll see you next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.